can really recommend being a foster carer for Notts County Council. There's always someone walking the journey alongside you, whether that's other foster carers or social workers. It really helps to provide stability and consistency for children who really need it, and that's really rewarding as a foster carer.
Roger and I have been fostering for 35 years. We do deal with challenges, but to say we've been doing it for 35 years to me proves that it's not impossible. We learn an awful lot from these young people, and even now we're still learning.
As a foster family, we care, we want to make a difference, and we get so much fulfilment from fostering. The satisfaction of making a difference is something that money can't buy. Just seeing the smiles on the children's faces and helping them reach their potential is wonderful.
We work as family workers within the fostering service for Nottinghamshire County Council.
I really enjoy my work. I really enjoy meeting lots of different foster carers.
You know, we get to know the families, we get to know the kids, and we care basically. It's important as it is to them that the kids are getting the support that they need.
A lot of people said to me they would like to be a foster carer, but there's something stopping them. I had that as well. And we decided just to jump in and do it and see what happened. And for us, it's been the best decision we've ever made.
It's been a fantastic decision, it really has, yes.
Once people start to become a foster carer and take that leap to do it, they'll understand how much it gives back, not just to the child, but how much it empowers you as well.
I'm Leon, I'm a care leaver, and I've been in care since I was 8. I've been with the same parents since, and they're amazing. They are my foster parents, but I do class them as my parents, my mum and dad. All a child wants really from a family is to be supported, loved and cared for, and know they're there because they're wanted. From personal experience, I know the difference it's made for my life.
We always say that we foster as a whole family. It's not just us who are the carers, our children are involved in that. And even now, people express concern about the effect on our birth children of foster caring. I think we need to kind of get past that and dispel that myth, because actually the overall effect on our children, I think, is positive. They're learning new skills, they're gaining empathy, they're interacting with children from different backgrounds. For a long time, we didn't make use of support care, and we wanted our child to settle into our placement and not feel pushed out, but it's actually been really helpful for us to start to have support care.
We've known Zoe for a number of years, and it's meant that we got to know her foster child. So for her, it's been like coming for a sleepover rather than a feeling she's coming to another family. I got into fostering for Notts County Council, and it was something that I've always wanted to do. But working full-time and my husband also working full-time, we thought it's not really going to be something we can do now. But after looking at the website, we realised there was this wonderful thing called support care that we were able to offer. It might surprise you, but actually I'm under 30. I don't have any children of my own, and that doesn't stop you from being a foster carer.
I think some people don't go into foster care because they think it's going to be really costly to have another child living in their house, but actually the fostering allowance is generous enough to cover all the costs of having a child living with you.
We have a lot of fun on the weekends when we have foster children in. We get to go to parks, ice skating, children's events, trampoline in parks like I Jump.
We get access to the Max card, which is a discount card for foster carers and their children to access different local amenities. Also recently we went on holiday and we were able to use the Max card to get free access to some castles and historical places because it's a national initiative.
We chose to go with Notts County Council because of the support care that was offered and the training. And it's always local to Nottinghamshire. My parents are foster carers for an agency and they found it really difficult to get support care for their child.
My name's Lynn. I am now a support foster carer. We were mainstream carers, but given our ages, we felt that we couldn't commit to children for long term anymore. We just find it really rewarding, the relationships we build up with these young people, and we feel we're perhaps a bit like grandparents to them. With the children coming here for weekends, this enables their mainstream carers to have a break, and this makes things more secure perhaps for the children to continue there. I work with my supervising social worker to sort out the dates. She comes out to see us every month, and it's all very relaxed. I find Robin really easy to speak to. She listens to my concerns, and I value what she is saying to me in return.
The benefits of a supervising social worker are always having someone to contact. There is also emergency duty team that they can contact on a weekend and out of hours. I think the times that it gets difficult is when, she's supported a child for a long time and then they're either moving on out of area or they're moving on because they've reached the age of 18, and she has to say goodbye to that child, so that can be always emotionally draining. Generally, it's staying in touch so they know that you do care about them and you are concerned, that the impact that something like that has had on them.
You do feel fully supported. It's like working in a team. We still even now go on training sessions. I almost look forward to those sessions because you meet other foster carers there and it's very interesting. I've always fostered with my husband, who's brilliant, and I feel personally I couldn't do it without him. He's super with the kids, and it's just something we continue to enjoy doing. A lot of our friends feel at the ages we are, we shouldn't be doing it, but it's a way of life for us now.
I'm Mark. I'm a foster care dad in the family. I'm the fun dad, if you like. I've tried to be anyway, try to be.
And I'm Amy, a foster carer. So we have 4 children of our own, and then we foster younger children into our family. Being a foster carer is a devastating privilege. It's devastating that children have to be in this situation, and yet what a privilege that we are able to help them.
Yeah.
When you foster as a family. I think it's very important that everybody in your house is involved, and even though we have 4 children of our own, we don't find that a challenge, we find that quite an easy thing to do. Daniel particularly, he's older and he sees more and he understands more because he's older, and he feels that it's given him an insight as to when he's older and he has his own children. Whenever a placement ends, we always ask them, do you want to do it again? Would you like another child? And it's always yes. And even though we've had the sadness maybe of a child leaving, and they are sad when a child leaves, the positive that we get out of it, they get to see, as we do, the happiness when a child leaves us, and that inspires them as well to want to do it again and again and again, as well as us.
When a child leaves, it's sad for us, but it's happy for them.
The biggest thing for us has been the support network, because if it wasn't for them, I don't think we would be able to carry on. I think it's a big thing to know that there's always someone there if you've ever got problems. And for our children, they really enjoy the events that we attend. We've been quite surprised at actually the amount of events there are.
Barbecues and picnics and
local supports
groups. And Foster's Got Talent. We've been to the Christmas do's and the sons and daughters events here today are fantastic for our children. They really enjoy it, and I think it's a lovely thing for them to do.
And it's very empowering for them to know that they're appreciated as a child in a foster family.
We are allocated to new foster carers so that we can give them support and advice before they get their new placement. So we might go out and give them some advice around therapeutic parenting and kind of build up their foster carer toolkit before they begin.
Yeah, and we've got an idea of obviously the child who's being placed with them, so that we can tell them some background about that particular child.
We find that children that have experienced trauma or have attachment needs are more responsive to therapeutic parenting than your average parenting. So that's very much what we encourage our foster carers to do.
Theraplay is obviously a form of therapeutic parenting. A lot of the foster children, their early life experiences of being quite sad, really. They haven't had any compliments. Nobody's ever said that they've got nice eyes. Nobody's said that the hair's nice. So that is something that we always start off to build their self-esteem.
Yeah, there's lots of nurturing activities, so tactile, skin to skin contact, eye contact. We'll offer nurture in positive ways, introduce it slowly, so we might do touch with a feather, maybe feather face painting.
One of the main purposes of Theraplay is for them to achieve, so we always want them to do really well. And we adapt the games depending on the age and the abilities of the children. When I go out and visit foster parents and explain what therapeutic parenting is, it's as if a light bulb just turns on in the head.
I think because we visit regularly, we go back and get the chance to go over what we talked about last week and see if they've tried it out and if it worked, and like you said, that you've had that light bulb, I tried what you said and what, it worked.
I think initially we were a little bit anxious ourselves about going to panel. It sounded quite scary, but it wasn't at all. It was just a really friendly chit-chat with a group of people around a table. It was more of a celebration really of us being there and of us, wanting to become foster carers. The County Council offer a fair rate of pay, so we get paid dependent on our level of experience. So after you've done it for a while, then your level of pay will go up based on your experience and level of training that you've done. We've also got a network hub, which is a foster carer support group, and it's just an informal get-together. We feel so valued as a foster carer for Nottinghamshire County Council. Everyone's so caring and wants what's best for you as a family. The matching process is really careful, so they listen to our needs and, they would never think of placing a child that wouldn't fit in our environment. As a foster family, we try and just make it everyday, normal life, try and bring some stability and love to that child that's staying with us and give them experiences that perhaps they've not experienced before. We love going out on day trips together, and for example, today we've come pony trekking. Nottinghamshire's a great place to foster because we've got so much on our doorstep, there's so much that we can do. I feel really lucky that we're able to foster here.
I'm Leon, I'm a care leaver. I went into care when I was 8 for reasons of basically not being looked after properly. So I've been in care for 15 years, long time. I was very, very nervous to start with, very quiet. I used to be very, very withdrawn. My foster parents encouraged me to go to my friend's dance group. At first I was a bit and then so much clicked, and now it's a passion and I really can't imagine my life without it. I just live dance now. I started my degree and I've now completed a 3-year degree in contemporary dance practice. So I'm classed as a professional contemporary dancer. It's made me a different person, made me a better person, I think, and it's made me realise what I can do. Without my foster carers and the fostering service, they've made my life go a completely different way of what it would be if I wasn't in care. For my next plans I've got, which is hopefully moving to Beijing to teach English and teach dance and train over there and just travel, they're so supportive. When I told them about it, they said go for it. My parents said that there's always going to be a room if I need to come back for a little bit or if I come back to visit. I class them as my real parents because they've just, everything they've done for me. There's a lot of children out there who need a second chance at life or just need that extra support that if their parents can't give them. Anyone can do it, and if you feel like you want to but you're unsure, as far as I can say, I'd say give it a go, because from personal experience I know the difference it's made for my life.